welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. In this video we will be working on our second page for the month of October from our full book Colouralong, which is Tales from the Witch's Cottage by Hanna Karlzon. So this month we have already done the wand page, and this one I dedicated to Dame Maggie Smith, who played Professor McGonagall in the Harry Potter movies. And the next page I would like us to work on this month together is this one, and this has been a whip of mine for quite some time. So as you can see, I just had a couple of the pumpkins here done, but what I would like to do is I think rather than do all the pumpkins orange, I would like to try to do a couple of them sort of like that white creamy sort of colour. I've never coloured pumpkins that colour before, so this will be my first time, so please bear with me. If you guys are joining along, and if you want to use the same colours and pencils as me, then today I will be using our Faber-Castell Polychromos. I will put the names of the colours and the numbers up here in the top left hand corner of the screen for you to colour along, but you know, feel free to use whatever pencils and colours you like. It's just about having fun. But yeah, I'm really happy that this is going to be our third page that we would have coloured together. And then what I would also like to do is, hopefully before the end of October, I would like to get this little one here done. But if you want to go off and do this on your own, that's absolutely fine, because that isn't going to take too long at all. And then maybe November, I don't know, we'll have a look. We'll have a look at the end of the video, because after this page we'll work on today, I have one other whip, which is this one. So I will probably do this one off camera. I did start this as a colour along quite some time ago now, so I imagine the video for this should still be up on the channel. But yeah, I think just because there's so much of this page done and I did do a lot of it on camera, I will finish this one in my own time. But I'd quite like something still kind of like autumnal feeling. That's quite nice. I like this one. But yeah, we'll figure it out. So tonight we will be working on this one. So what I'm going to do is zoom you in a bit. I hope the lighting is all right. I'm recording this at night, which I never normally do. Let me just shift the light a bit. Hopefully that's a bit better. Yeah, hopefully it's not, you know, the lighting's not too bad. But if it is, please let me know, and I will do my best to just stick to recording during the daytime. But I thought, because the kids are at their club tonight, that I would, you know, while the house is quiet, I would sit and get this done. Okay. So the colours that I've got pulled out for the pumpkins are these three. So again, this is the Polychromos. So we've got green gold, which is 268, light yellow ochre, which is 183, and cream, which is 102. So I'm just going to go in with the green gold first, but use this really lightly. I don't want a lot of this or the, what did I say that other colour was? Light yellow ochre. I don't want too much of these colours, but at the same time, I want to give a little bit of a depth of colour. To these pumpkins. So I'm just gonna work this colour in. just sort of slowly around the lines, but again just using, you know, quite a light hand. And what I love about polychromos is you can layer for days with them, and sort of build up the intensity of colour that you want. But like I said, I just want to be quite gentle with this colour. I do think green gold is such a gorgeous, gorgeous colour in the polychromos. I think it's probably one of my favourites actually. So how are you all doing? I hope you're all doing well. And if you're anything like me, are you glad it's Friday? What's everyone up to this weekend? I've got the usual like housework, laundry and stuff to get done. Where I've not been feeling good, I've kind of fallen behind with a few things, so I want to try and play catch up over the weekend, but still sort of try and just take it steady. Emmy's got a birthday party to go to tomorrow, so Caden and I will have a little bit of quality time, which will be nice. So just get this green gold colour down on our pumpkins. Yeah, we'll have a look through the book at the end and maybe figure out a page for November. But if you all would like to work on the little bottle on the very first page of the book, on the title page, if you want to do that in your own time, then please do. But if you want to see it done on camera, then just let me know in the comments and we can do that. It's not a problem. Okay, it looks like we've got a few other, like 2 little pumpkins here at the side, so let's just get a bit of colour on them. Okay. So yeah, we don't need too much of this colour. Okay, now I'm going to go in with the light yellow ochre, which is 183, and again just really, really lightly kind of blend out the green gold just a teeny tiny little bit. Again, we don't want too much colour, but just really, really gently bring that colour out just a little bit. Like I said, I've never ever coloured pumpkins this colour before, so please bear with me. So we are going to use some other mediums on this page as well. I'm thinking just sort of like for the background, sort of behind the pumpkin patch here at the bottom, maybe just a little bit of like a gradient in a few areas around the top. I'm thinking of maybe pulling out either my Albright Dürer pencils or my Darwin Inktense. And that is just to kind of, you know, make things a little bit easier for me while I'm having this flare up. So I'm going in with the cream, which is 102. Again, I'm just going to use this really lightly. Okay, so I'm just working in light circles. Again, just kind of buffing out the edges of these other colours, just to soften the look. Like I said with these, you don't need to add a lot of pressure. You can just slowly build up the colour until you're happy with it. Okay, and then I thought I had one pulled out. Here we go. I'm going to go in with a Caran d'Ache Luminance in the colour Buff Titanium, which is colour 801. And I'm just going to use this as to sort of give me a natural highlight and just kind of emphasise it. And it just also helps me run this over the colours. But like I said, it gives me a nice sort of highlight at the same time. And I'm using a medium pressure to do this. Okay, so that is how our white pumpkins are looking. I think they're a little bit more maybe yellowy than I was planning, but that is okay. What I'm going to do now, because I am going to kind of move around on this page, if I just zoom you out a little bit, what I'm going to do is go in with a Jelly Roll Metallic. This is hashtag 530, and it is this really lovely sort of like earthy green colour. I'm going to use this in the middle of my leaves where we've got like this little vein here, because I just want to add, you know, a little element of shine to the page, but without doing it in like a, you know, really kind of loud colour. And I thought this would be quite a nice one to use. Oh, come on. Pen is not cooperating. If it's not going to cooperate, I may have to resort to a fine liner or an alternative gel pen, but I don't really want to, I don't want to have to do that. So we'll just see how we get on with this one. And as I said, I'm just using it on these veins here in the middle of our leaves. I can't seem to decide what colour I would like to do her dress. I would like to add, you know, a bit of colour to the page, because I feel like our Maggie Smith page was very sort of like, you know, very kind of browns, ochres, you know, that sort of colour. So I'd like to add a little bit of colour to this one, but also not for it to be too vibrant at the same time. So while I'm doing this, I'm just sort of mulling over in my mind what kind of colour for her dress. So I thought, right, while I'm thinking, let me do a colour on something that I have got a pen or, you know, whatever picked out for. Oh, come on. This is the only one of this colour that I've got. It's still got ink in it, but doesn't seem to be wanting to cooperate with me. Oh, come on. I might have to change to a different pen, because this one is just not cooperating, and that is so frustrating because we don't have that many leaves left to do. I'm going to try and push it as far as I can, but this is a pen that I have had issues with before. So I don't know if it's got like an air bubble in it somewhere and that's what's affecting it. It seems a little bit better for a minute. Then you watch, I'll speak to you soon. It'd be great if I could just get these last 2 leaves done. Oh, I didn't see them over here. Come on, just a little bit more on this one. Okay, that'll about do it. Alright, so there's the sort of the veins of those leaves. Now, what are we going to do with her dress? What do you guys think? I'm not sure. Part of me thinks purple, but then I use purple a lot on witches. What about like a dusky pink? Like pink and brown, maybe? Never used those colours on a witch before. Let me see what I can find and I will be right back. Okay, in the Crayola Super Tips, I've found a dusky pink and it is this one here. So I'm going to use that to base this part of her dress. I think that would look really nice. I haven't chosen out a brown yet, but yeah, I'll have a look for that in a bit. So let's zoom back in again. The Crayola Super Tips don't give you a name or a number, but yeah, this one is from the pastel set. You know, I didn't want a really bright, vibrant pink. I wanted something kind of dusky. And with the pastel colours, this was kind of like the closest they had. So I'm just going to try and keep the pen moving as I do with alcohol markers. I'll always go back and, you know, neaten up the edges in a minute. Okay. It's not too bad. I think once I've gone over it with pencils, it'll be better. Maybe not as dusky as I would like, but we've kind of started now, haven't we? So too bad. Just trying to see how to sort of divide these into like sections. If I just outline. Okay, and then again, just trying to keep the pen moving. I am actually second guessing my decision to use this on this page now, to be honest. Oh well. Yeah, not loving it. Not loving it. Maybe I should have just stuck to the pencils. What do you think? Oh well, we're in it now. So I'm going to do her apron and this part of her skirt brown. So let's do I might do the pockets green, the same colour. I'm going to do the leaves. Her hat I want to do brown. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is just show you the colours that I plan on using on the leaves. So I'm going to be using the hang on, I'm missing a colour. Am I sure I had another colour pulled out. Hang on. Right, okay. So for the leaves, I am going to be using, let me put these in order. Right, so we're going to use Chromium Green Opaque, which is 174, Earth Green Yellowish, which is 168, and Green Gold, which is 268. So with our Chromium Green Opaque, I'm going to use this on the middle of the leaves. And again, just start darker and then just slowly gradate that out. Like so. Again, I'm just using those little circles really lightly to blend out the colour. And then we're going to go in with earth green yellowish, which is 168. And again, light circles. But I don't want to bring this right to the edge, because that is where we're going to introduce the last colour. And then we're going to go in with our earth green yellowish. And this is a colour combination I've never used on leaves before either, so trying a few new colour combinations and things on pumpkins and leaves today. Okay, then I'm going to just go back in with the chromium green opaque, which is the darkest colour. I just want to deepen it up a bit more near the centre. Okay, so that is how that is looking. I quite like it. It's different. Okay, just give me 2 seconds and then we will work on a few of the other leaves together. Okay, let's get a few more of these leaves done. So again, it's the chromium green opaque for the middle. I'm just going to use a slightly harder pressure and then lighten it up as we move out. Because I just feel I need it to be that bit deeper in the middle. And then earth green yellowish. Such a gorgeous, gorgeous colour. And then green gold. But we don't want to overwhelm the green with this. We just want to sort of give it a bit of a whisper of that colour on the edges. I'm sorry it's taken me a little while to get this second page for our full book Colouralong started on this month. I've had other videos I've needed to do, so I've been trying to sort of fit everything in. But yeah, I think we're on track now, so that's good. Okay, so this is the chromium green opaque. This is our earth green yellowish. So this isn't going to be an awfully long video tonight, I'm afraid. Just because, like I said, the kids are at a club that they do on a Friday evening. But they're home by 8, so... Well, sorry, it finishes at 8. But I just wanted to sort of show you the colours I'm using and where I'm placing them. And then, you know, you can watch this and get those elements finished on your page. Or if you're using your own colours and you're just using this as a, you know, as a short colouring chat, then by all means. But I think what I'll do is I will, off camera, I will figure out some pencils to shade over this, because this has not come out as dusky as I was planning. So I'm feeling a little bit disheartened now, because I really like how the pumpkins are turning out, and I feel like this is kind of distracting from that. So yeah, if you're watching this in advance before you've coloured her dress, yeah, that's what it looks like. So you might want to rethink if if you are colouring along with the same colours as me. You might want to rethink that decision if you feel it's not for you, because I certainly, yeah, I'm not liking how it's looking on my page at the moment. But that's not to say, you know, I can't turn it around. But I just want to find some pencils that have got some really nice, like maybe some deeper dusky pinks in it to cover the vibrancy of that one. I'm looking at it on the piece of paper where I swatched it, and I'm like, actually, yeah, that's looking quite bright. So I'm feeling a little bit disheartened, but I'll figure it out. Earth green, yellowish. And then green gold. Okay, and on this bit here, I'm going to do the chromium green opaque on this bit. Again, just using a bit of a harder pressure at first, and then sort of lightening that. Deepen that up on there a little bit as well, I think. And as I said before, my loves, that's the nice thing about the polychromos, is you can just layer them, you know, and they just take it so beautifully. Okay, then the earth green yellowish. And green gold just on this top edge like that. So I am really liking how those leaves are turning out. I'm really sorry that this is just a short video for tonight. Hopefully, you know, we can get more done together in the next one. But I think off camera I will finish the leaves and these two pumpkins that I am also going to do the white colour. And then when we come back in our next video, we will have a look at you know, what colours I've picked out to finish our girl here. I'm probably going to use, I think, the the colours that I've used on the pumpkins and the leaves. I think I'm going to use that here for the cat. So do maybe like an orange cat with a green ribbon, and then we'll just do some really lovely sort of sparkly iridescent wings. So yeah, who knows, we might get this done in the next one, but I'm not gonna hold my breath. But yeah, again, I'm sorry it's just a short one today, but I hope you understand with not feeling great, and also, you know, the kids being home in a bit. I'm kind of pushed for time tonight. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining me. If you are joining along with the full book Colouralong and you would like to tag me, the hashtag is Kate's Witch's Cottage Along. So please feel free to use that, and, you know, again, feel free to tag me on Instagram if you wish. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your evening, a great weekend, whatever it is you are up to. Take care, stay safe, my loves, and I'll see you in the next one. Lots of love. Bye.